Never in my life did I imagine I would see a time that here in the United States of America, we do not have a Speaker of the House, the third most powerful position in U.S. government. And while we have no Speaker of the House, at a time when a homeless man was beaten to death near the White House, at a time when there was allegedly some sort of a car crash or some sort of an accident with the presidential or the vice presidential motorcade. And the president went to the Vatican embassy. And of course, the new a new variant of the Omicron, which is in itself a variant, because you know they want to lock y'all back down again. We told you this. You know they keep wanting to use the word conspiracy theorists, but how many theories are going to become a reality before you just accept the fact that you were wrong? Um, while all of this is going on, we are now sending billions of dollars to Ukraine. What makes you think you can trust the Ukrainian president? How do we know that he is not working with the Russians? I know that when the Russians come, according to the prophetess Celestial of the Master's Voice, and I believe her, Ukraine is coming with them. China, Taiwan. Now I do know that she has spoken about some countries basically joining up with Russia by choice, and then some, not so much by choice, it seems. But regardless, the reality is our leaders here in the United States, they are not loyal to us. They are loyal to the beast system. They are loyal to the New World Order. You know, when I first got on YouTube in 2009, there was a testimony of a person who was in Russia, and he says his testimony is that he was told, and I believe this was the 80s, a woman, and I think he may have been some sort of a secret agent or one of the intelligence agents from our spying agencies here in the United States, and we know about them and they know about us. We know that they are here and they know that we are there, and so of course sometimes they may run into one another. And so this seems to be in situation, a time when that was the situation. And he said the woman told him that you're going to have a president and his name is going to be Barack Obama. A mailman said he met a young man sitting on the corner or sitting on the street somewhere, near the home of a person we know Barack Obama lived with, the guy who he had his sort of fundraiser at his home, and he was living with this person. This person was convicted for some sort of terrorism, I believe in the 70s, some sort of political activism type terrorism situation going on. And he was living with this man and this boy and this boy's father, which is odd because we know his dad allegedly was back in Africa, and I guess his mom was busy. Some say that his Indonesian stepfather was working for the CIA, and so was his grandmother, the mother's mother, who I was told was German, and then others are saying, I guess she's of British descent. But in any case, they apparently all allegedly were, a part of the CIA. The grandmother, the Indonesian stepfather, whatever. But so here he is, living with this boy and his father. And I'm thinking, well, why wasn't he still with the grandparents? But nevertheless, he's there, and the mailman comes to sort of encourage him because things were changing in the world. And he tells him, "Oh, I'm going to be the president of the United States." And it said the mailman said that it sort of surprised him because it was so matter of fact the way he said it. And so these people came out around the time that he was elected and shared these things on social media here on YouTube back in the day. Could any of those stories be true? So when WION News in India reports that hackers from Russia have found our nuclear arsenal. Prophet Dmitry Duduman prophesied that in the 80s. They are living here in the United States. You do not know. You pass people every day and you don't know what race they are. I watch a lot of beauty videos, and I've seen this putty, this sort of Play-Doh looking thing that you can just put a little piece, and you can change the face in so many ways. You know, you have PDO threads and all sorts of injections and things, but they have this putty-like substance that you can just reshape the nose just a bit. And you put a little here and a little there, and you do a little bit of makeup. It's very subtle. One thing about the Asians, when they are experts at changing the look of the face using makeup, which is very subtle. Their makeup techniques are very subtle. And it really just changes the whole, it looks like a different person. There is no need for them to come into the country, which they're going to do. But they are already embedded in our nation because, we allow them. Maybe this is why the Lord kept showing me that scripture in the Old Testament where he showed all of the treasuries to a visiting king. And the prophet said, well, why would you do that? And explain that, they're going to come and you're going to have war. Because you have shown them basically all your splendor and glory. Billions of dollars being sent to Ukraine. Jesus is Lord, and he is on his way. Get a Bible, read it, and do what it say.